A couple days ago, we learned, as to everybody's shock, that WWE decided to release probably their most creative talent on their roster currently in Bray Wyatt.
I think
I don't
everybody was floored.
I don't know why they say budget cuts, but
A part of me thinks there's more to this,
there
but
has to
I don't
be.
know what.
There has to be, because if you are releasing people for budget cuts, and I'm going to say this with all the respect towards the people I am about to mention, okay? You know, everyone deserves to have a job, you know.
Hmm.
And these people that are talented, and, I'm happy that they have a job to work, a place to work. When you release someone for budget cuts, you release people like Akira Tozawa or something. You don't release Bray Wyatt. Is that
I don't take it as a diss because when you think of Bray Wyatt was one of the most over wrestlers.
Yes. Yes.
And in addition, Bray Wyatt was a huge merchandise seller. So it's like, if you're
Mhm.
cutting Bray Wyatt for budget cuts, that's
Yeah.
kind of ironic because he brought in a lot of money.
He did. And all of
So
his
that's why I'm just like, budget cuts, I don't quite buy that.
and all of the gimmicks that he has had, or the characters that he has played over the last few years, have all been his own creation, and they
Hmm.
got approved in Vince McMahon world. His creations, all of them, got approved in Vince McMahon world. That shows you
Hmm.
how creative and what a mind that this guy has. And
Yeah, and Bray Wyatt is a Wyndham, and or is a Rotunda, excuse me, Wyndham Rotunda.
mhm,
He's a Rotunda. His dad was IRS, and
yep,
and his grandfather, and had he did wrestling too. I'm kind of blank at the second moment here, but he has a mind for the wrestling business, and
mhm,
he gets it, and I
yeah,
feel like he took what was missing and made it cool, and that was that extraordinary character, kind of like the
mhm,
Undertaker. You think of the
yeah,
Undertaker, nobody can do it better than Mark Calloway,
no. And
and
if you
then
look, yeah,
and,
and
or Kane.
yeah,
Kane
yeah,
was an extraordinary character. Bray Wyatt went through this entire evolution, and from the Eater of the Worlds, and then he did this whole fiend thing. It kind of just takes you into that alternate universe pretty
yeah,
much. And that was what wrestling was about. And for Bray
right,
Wyatt to take something like his entire character from start to finish and go to another realm,
mhm,
that's in today's wrestling, that is extraordinary. And I think
yeah, it is.
WWE was crazy to let him go. You know, and I mean, he didn't have the best booking in the world, and but
No,
fans still latched on to him, and
mhm.
so yeah.
Yeah, the Fiend character and how it waned a little bit at the end was 100% not Bray Wyatt. You could tell it was the booking went all the way through with this whole weird Randy Orton thing, setting him on fire, and then he gets resurrected by Alexa Bliss. But Alexa Bliss just turns on him there at the last second, and he just dies in
Yeah, we
three
won't get a
minutes.
payoff from that either. So that
No.
kind of made me like,
Yeah.
so it's hard to say what was going on because there was rumors there for a while that he was dealing with mental issues, especially after the passing of Brody Lee, which they were
Yes.
close.
Mhm.
And so it's kind of unfair if that's the case. Okay, he had all this stuff going on, and then you cut him anyway. and usually if it's a mutual decision, they would say that, but it wasn't. It
Yes.
was like, he's been released. Why? Y'all are
Mhm.
crazy. And
Yeah.
I talked about it on Geek Streak
There was,
Society.
yeah, there was no, I don't think there was anyway. I'm trying to go through everything that, we usually report on Wrestling Inc. And I do not recall anything about Bray Wyatt ever asking for his release or if
Right.
it was a mutual decision. That has not been reported or said. If it was, my bad. But I don't think that this was. And that's
Yeah.
just a hunch. But
Mhm.